2010 Chevy Colorado 4-wheel drive 4-door. Customer states, appears like the frame is rotten. Oh my. Phew. Yep. That's pretty bad. This thing's in pretty bad shape, right under the rear doors of the cab. Seems to be pretty common with a lot of the Chevy Colorados, especially around those years. Customers in a position where they need it fixed. Devising a plan as we speak. Working on it in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully get it finished up, make it better, to last a while longer. Look at all that nasty stuff that come off this frame. Wow. Looking better. A lot of the heavy stuff is off. Now I can see where I need to do some metal repair. Still got to do the bottom side of the frame. You can see this is completely gone. We'll get it. That as well. Oh yeah, we'll get it. It'll be much better than what it is, and almost as good as it was factory. I tell you what though, something I've learned on these Chevy Colorados, it's a lot like the old Toyota pickups and the Jeep frames. They're all boxed in, and you can't get the debris out very good. They don't drain, they hold that moisture and all that dirt and debris in there, and it just doesn't dry out, so it rots it from the inside out. Then some sort of external coating just kind of locks it all in, and it just gets worse right in behind it. It finally starts popping and peeling and cracking and tearing apart, and you name it, that's what's going on. Come on, GM, you can do a better job than that. Really disappointed. Alright, new plan. So I intended to piece this thing together, do the inside of both sides of the frame rail, and then work my way out. After more investigation and seeing how bad this thing really is, there's just not much material left to work with. So I'm going to go ahead and proceed with another plan that was kind of the backup, was extreme, but nonetheless, I tell you what, here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go ahead and lop that section of frame out. I've got, I believe, to be enough material, and I'm just going to fabricate a whole new frame rail for that side, and then I'll duplicate one for the other side. I'll just take it one side at a time, one section at a time, and hopefully I can get it down to about 3 pieces per side, and then I'll add in necessary reinforcements and gussets. But I did take an extra step to help me out. Anybody who's done any fabricating probably knows this trick. If you're looking at doing something even remotely close, or maybe you just want to replicate something on a frame, or anything really to that matter, you need to do something like this. Let me show you. Alright, so here's what I've done. On a piece of paper, I've gone through, done some rough hand sketches of some things, got some dimensions from like a cab mount to a bed mount. I've got some dimensions from the upper section of the frame to where it drops to the main section of frame. From here to here. And then I've got some distance, you know, from this support to here, spring mount, or bolt to bolt, cross section in the frame. I think all that's going to work. This is a temporary brace I put in before we pulled everything off of the frame. This is going to be coming back off. I'm going to have to cut this loose so I can cut the spring bracket off of this section of frame, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to like notch here and lop this section out, remove it here, and then remove it back here. I may go ahead and do some sort of notch system there, and then I'll add additional plates most likely later, fish plates, whatever you want to call them, to add in some extra strength. The challenge is going to be this frame section. Let me rotate. So from here, you can see how it curves in and then straightens back out. So from here to here is about one and a quarter inch where it tapers inward. So I don't think that'll be too big of a deal, but it will be a bit of a challenge to replicate that slight curve with the different angles. But nonetheless, we're going to see what we can do. I'm sure we'll get it close. Alright, there you have it. Quite extreme. Look at all that nasty junk in there. Oh my goodness, that stuff is terrible. Oh well. Look how bad that frame section is. Here, let me turn around. Look how bad that is on the inside. I mean, it's Swiss cheese. Chevy Colorados, box frame, great idea, but if they're not treated on the inside of the frames, I mean, they're going to be as bad as the Toyota pickups. They all rot out, just as bad as the Jeeps. So if you got one, look it over, take good care of it. Get rid of it while you can. All right, there you got it. Ooh, back here, that section's gone. There's the new section, or I'm sorry, here's the crappy section that it just got cut out. So next step is going to be bring in the replacement is going to be bringing in the material that I need to make the replacement frame sections. Well, I'm not gonna lie, that was a pain in the butt. It didn't go exactly as I was planning. I had to make some adjustments. I do have a plan moving forward to make things a little bit better, but I'm gonna have to go back and redo a couple of things to improve that. I've got a lot of spliced in pieces on the bottom. That's all gonna have to come back out because I'm gonna make a one piece for it, but I need to make a template. But now that I have the structure where it needs to be, holding the dimensions pretty close, I should be able to make me some sort of cardboard template to be able to cut that out of one piece, and then I can just tack and hand shape that to the bottom and to the top of the frame as sometime later in the week. But and making some progress. Check this out. So here's the outer and inner section of the frame. This piece here is just to hold that because it ended up, it squeezes in on me, so it's just a temporary spacer. Not the best frame tie-in that I wanted, but I'm going to put like a fish plate or something on there to help with the stresses and the load, both outside and on the inside. I'll do the same thing down here, inside and out, and I'll make it all strong. No worries, no concerns there. Just a bit more work than I thought there was going to be.
the taxes and the fees. I work hard for my pay, and they take it away like they don't care. I got a family to feed. They cut my shifts at the mill. I fell behind on my bills, and when you're late, they try to charge you more money. They were riding my back, so I just cut them a check. Then the bank charged me a low balance fee. Yeah, it ain't cheap being poor.
It ain't cheap being poor.
No, it ain't cheap being poor.
It ain't cheap being poor.
I work hard for my pay, and they take it away, and they wonder why the hell I'm
All right, taking this thing out for its first shakedown run. First time it's moved since he's brought it over. Well, at least the first time it's moved under its own power since he's brought it over. Frame repaired, everything's back together, 1-inch body lift. Had to go through the brakes a little bit. New 2-inch exhaust. Sure, it's not a lot, but it's enough to make it look better. Sound better, and it's certainly a bunch more safer than what it was. Colorado frame rebuild.